Yeah, credit to Stuart Lancaster and in particular Leo Cullen. I think Murray, like we've probably spoken on the podcast over the last few weeks, how despite the fact that we obviously know they're an unbelievably good team, they probably haven't been at their anywhere near their best. Actually, you've mentioned on this podcast and I think on Air Sport as well that part of the reason is possibly just due to the fact that they qualified for the Pro 14 semi-finals so early and therefore the games become uncompetitive. It's not quite ideal preparation, and yet pretty much in every aspect, including just being at the right emotional pitch for a massive game, it all came together, and it was just a reminder, if it was needed, that this is really the premier team in Europe, alongside Saracens, you'd have to say.
I actually think they could be better. I think they could be better. I think there was a massive moment in the game where they didn't give up a penalty try. I actually thought it was a penalty try when Henshaw slapped the ball away from Famuina. I think that would have completely transformed the game. I thought there were a few moments like that. Look, it was a brilliant Leinster performance. Absolutely, there was so much impressive stuff, but I felt it was a little bit more in the balance maybe than others have, particularly having rewatched it and gone through it in a bit more detail. That for me was a penalty try. He slaps the ball away. I think people were talking about defenders being in behind, but Johnny Sexton and Carney had just swapped positions, so Famuina would have scored. And then William Servat, the assistant coach, runs on with the tee and makes the decision for themselves. So the players, you can hear on the ref mic, they were really frustrated. If they felt we have Leinster backpedaling here on the ropes, let's finish them off. So they didn't convert that. There was also a brilliant tackle from Rob Kearney in the 3rd minute on Cheslin Colby where he cuts the defensive line and almost skirts through. Really good tackle there. That could obviously transform the game as well. However, those things didn't happen, and Leinster's defence was particularly excellent, I thought. Kearney was needed again later. It was early in the second half, actually. Ramos cut through and he cut him down as well. But apart from that, there was really good connection in their front line. You think of that example in the second half where Dupont passes into touch in front of Colby. That was after a really good defensive set where they'd not quite hammered up out of the line, but they'd come with a bit of line speed, stay connected. Guys like Ringrose and Sexton just easing off at the right time and allowing their wingers to close up, as Lowe did for that pass. They're really pleased with the defensive performance. But I do feel there's more to come from them. I think Toulouse, even with it was Gary Ringrose's last gasp defence to prevent Maynard scoring on that little chip and chase when they were under more pressure again. And you look at Richie Gray's insanely stupid yellow card that leads to the Luke McGrath try as well. So I felt, I mean, that's what happens. Obviously, good teams pressure worse teams into mistakes, but I actually think there's more to come from Leinster, and that's why I'm so excited about this final. I feel like Saracens are the right team to bring out what might be their best performance yet as a collective. And that's not to diminish what they've done this game. I thought there was loads of good about it, and Johnny Sexton being back to a kind of world-class level was really encouraging for them. His kicking was excellent, line kicking in particular on the penalties, finding really good distance.
Yeah.
His place kicking obviously was excellent. That's the Dave Alred influence, isn't it?
I actually asked invited him on LinkedIn.
Oh yeah.
So he accepted my invitation. So I'm going to try and contact him now. And,
Let's get him on. Let's get him on the podcast.
I'm sure he would.
That'd be brilliant. So I actually think they can be better. Essentially Leinster. I thought it was really good, but I think there's more to come.